Why is Google making two AI chips? I think the answer comes down to one thing. AI is getting expensive in two different ways. There's the cost of building the model, and then there's the cost of running it every time someone uses it. Google just launched two new TPU chips. TPU-8T is for training, and TPU-8I is for inference. A TPU is a chip built specifically for AI work. And this split is the important part. Training is what happens before a model is ready. It takes huge computing power over long periods. Inference is what happens after the model is trained. Every time you ask a chatbot a question, use an AI feature, or an agent takes another step, inference is happening. And as AI moves into more products, that recurring cost becomes a bigger problem. That is why chips matter. A CPU is a general-purpose chip inside most computers. A GPU was originally built for graphics, but became important for AI because it can handle many calculations at once. That became obvious in 2012 when AlexNet used GPUs to train an image recognition model. But Google chose a different path. Instead of relying only on GPUs, it built TPUs for AI workloads. And the reason was economic. Google said that AI demand was growing so quickly that existing systems could have forced it to double its data centers. That is when this stops being technical. More data centers mean more land, power, cooling, equipment, and operating costs. Better chips can reduce how much infrastructure you need to deliver the same AI capability. The early TPU work already showed what specialized hardware can do. Google found its first TPU delivered much higher and much better performance per watt on inference work. Performance per watt just means how much useful work you can get from each unit of electricity. And that matters because electricity is part of the cost for every AI answer. TPU-8T is aimed at training. Google says one TPU-8T superpod can reach 121 exaflops, which is a measure of huge computing capacity. It also says this can reduce frontier model training from months to weeks. That means faster model development and shorter gaps between research and something useful. TPU-8I is aimed at inference. This might be the more important chip for businesses, because once AI is inside products and workflows, usage keeps repeating. Agents reason, loop, call tools, and move across apps. Each step costs something. Google says TPU-8i delivers 80% better performance per dollar than the previous generation. That affects how much AI companies can afford to run. So the real point is not the chip name, it's the cost curve underneath AI. Training needs speed and scale. Inference needs low latency, predictable cost, and energy efficiency. And as AI gets used more often, companies will need to match the workload to the hardware. The winners will not always use the largest model for every task. They will use the right model on the right hardware with the least wasted power. That is how AI gets cheaper to run.